Patrick and Emily on the cameras, Jordan in the back on the replay and stream system, and Carson also hanging around directing all the action. Fred Ranner, the veteran, on the in-arena PA, as we are ready to rock and roll here from the LEC Fieldhouse once again. Last time out between these two teams, fairly lopsided on the side of the Grizzlies. The key is going to be, can they keep up their offensive efficiency like they have done so in the past? Far side, charging Connor White, looking to get things underway, and they do! What a strike by Connor White to start things out 18 seconds into this one. We talked about offensive efficiency. How about that by the Grizzlies? Connor White, first shot on goal of the game for the boys in black and brown. And they lead 1-0. Connor White will pick up the first of the game for the Grizzlies. Wasted little time. Always exciting to see teams getting onto the scoreboard in the early stages. Helps establish that early little bit of energy in the contest that we know and love. They'll send it across the zone, trying to scoop it up. Now, Conrad Squarick gets it in his own territory. He'll throw it up, looking for Liam McIntosh. Back across the center line to the near side. Spinning around was Josh Mills. Mills finding the man over on the far side. It'll be Connor Watson. Watson back across Mills. Lets it fly. That one rang the bell. Up top of Braden Wandler, your starter for the Grizzlies today. They say you got to use your head. He did exactly that there. Loose ball, a heavy battle for it in the near side corner. They're going to try and get it across center, unable to do it in the nick of time. So possession coming here for the Blackfish. Great possession in the near side corner to just whittle the time off of the clock. Now Mills going to whip it across. Righty shooter spot. Now gets inside position. Wandler's going to turn it away. Aaron Sky going to look to scoop it up, but Wandler will take it in set. Now Aaron Sky. Giveaway. Here's Josh Mills now coming the other way. Fires it high and wide. Great opportunity there. Now Roberts with one in front. Wandler bails him out once again. As Nash Moog, a nice little flip over the shoulder. He'll send Kyle Brunch down the other way. As Brunch out of the backhand, now cutting towards the middle. Solid move. Gets himself a little bit of space across the zone. Into the stick of Sakani Baker, up top to Brunch. Brunch to Baker. Sakani Baker, one of the leading point getters coming into this week. Trying to tuck it in. He steps in. Brandon Humphrey able to throw the body across just in time as well. So Humphrey versus Wandler. No Kyle Mooney. The backup goaltender on the bench is going to be Ryder Bremner for the side of the Grizzlies. As Murphy pulled this one back out. Henning's going to go over to McIntyre on the far side. Coming out to guard will be Nathan Bell. Out around the outside. Murphy back to the other side. Watson shoots over top of the goal. Good defensive stick check to deflect that over top of the goal. They call it over and back as Gillis getting into it there on the back check with Will Carrier. Great move to force him back over top of the line. And again, the stick check started all of that out, deflecting the ball over top of the goal before it ended up near the half line. Kask loaded up, unable to get that one to fire though. Connor White spinning around the check of Tomek Godfredsson. Back up high, Sakani Baker, nice pocket pass, just goes a little roller towards Brandon Humphrey. He'll be able to swallow it up and send it out the other way. Blackfish, Godfredsson. He's gonna head off in the change now, 12:04 left to go here. Back up high from McIntyre. He'll swing around to the far wing. Aaron Sky jumping up to guard him. Moog there as well. McIntyre making the return. Passes this one back over. Ethan Umlaut pulls it onto the backhand. Takes the check up high. Swings the shot around the defender. And then takes the extra hack there as well. Dylan Doucette with a stick work there. As Henning and Wandler, their sticks had clashed. And I believe we are going to get an interference call against Laszlo Henning. Again, Henning made contact with Wandler's stick as he tried to throw that one the length of the floor. So our first power play of this one going to go on the side of the Grizzlies. Grizzlies up one and a chance to do a little bit more damage as Laszlo Henning will step into the box. So Kask has it at the half line. He'll send it up ahead. And Kyle Brunch and Sakani Baker going to work as the righties. Drew Kask also a righty as the quarterback. Far side, tried to swing that one down low and upstairs. Just missed it, Jack Dulong. Back over. Connor White has Dulong with him on that side, sitting a screen. Lets it go. Brunch going to be denied and tries to hunt down the rebound. Brandon Murphy. Humphrey throws that one up high. Takes the bounce. Wadler trying to get it into his stick as Garrett Lewis able to scoop it up and rush to the near side. Lewis gets it across the timeline to Sakani Baker. A great effort there. Now Baker to Kask. Kask will load up high. Again, we got a minute 15 left to go on the power play here. Kask down low. Connor White trying to get set up. Trades places with Jack Dulong on this offensive possession. 2 lefties, 3 righties. Sakani Baker inside on Squarick. Lost the handle on the ball, though, as Squarick able to scoop things up. 10:35 left to go here in the first. Squarick lays the body with Brunch. He'll get the pass away to Connor Watson. Ethan Quinn going to check him up high, trying to wrap him up. Officials, arm stays down. Watson able to get in towards the goal, pushed in by Ethan Quinn. As Watson trying to plead his case for a holding call there as Quinn draped all over him. Doucette fakes and steps inside. Unable to pull that one back across in time to get it in on Brandon Humphrey. Josh Mills into the offensive territory now. Ethan Umlaut, far side. As the Blackfish. Watson. Nice move in front. Ethan Umlaut, just stepped inside the top of the crease, but what an opportunity that would have been. The backhand shot across his body, found the near side post. Drew Kask now down low, bounced off the back wall, loose ball going to be picked up. Blackfish out the other way in a hurry. 3 seconds left to go on the power play, cutting through the middle. Nice back check by Drew Kask, able to strip that one away at the last second. Back 5 aside, man's out of the box. Up to Kask. Now the righty shooter spot, again pulling things back out for the moment. Jaden LeBurge. Brunch around the screen from LeBurge, fakes, cuts in, takes a shot wide of the goal. This one bouncing off of the back wall. Down low, Dulong, nice fake, cutting in on Humphrey. Humphrey turns him aside, loose ball. Gonna go to the Blackfish, now the other way. Here comes Tomek Godfriedson, challenged by Ethan Quinn. Godfriedson lets it go. That one partially blocked by Ethan Quinn. Lewis, nice little backhand flip, sends Moog up the near side. Nash Moog fakes the pass across. Now he'll go to Sakani Baker. Again, the offense getting another look already. Good defensive transition. Baker now spins out of the backhand, loses the check. Now he'll throw it across to Connor White. Pardon me, not Connor White, coming around the outside, loses the handle on the ball. Number 46, Thomas Moffat, I should say. Now down the other way. 8:30 left to go here in the first. Pace picking up. Now Ryan Jensen on the near side. As Jensen takes the contact from Doucette, holds it to the outside. Now he'll release to Brian Gillis. McIntyre, Josh Kelly, and Curtis Good defending on the far side. McIntyre looking for the possible back in. Makes contact with Kelly. Kelly forced him to the outside. Watson taken down in front. Watson picks that one up, good. Able to force the pass to be up high. Was looking for Gillis at the near side. Ethan Umlaut lost the handle on his stick as Sakani Baker able to get across the timeline. 7:56 left to go here. Round the outside, takes a shot over top of the goal. 19, but loose ball picked up by Conrad Squarick. Squarick challenged, Kask gets the reset, lets it go, one hopper, held on to by Brandon Humphrey. Humphrey finds the easy outlet up top to Remo Shinato. Shinato back over. Watson's been a warrior in front of the crease here this afternoon already. We're already halfway gone with the first quarter. Mills leaves it, swings it wide of the goal. As Nash Moog hunting this one down. Players pulling the sticks up lest they end up touching that one. Nice feed in front. Ethan Quinn can't put it away. Humphrey gets the stick save. Up the middle, nice feed. Now they'll relay it up to Reese Barnes. Reese Barnes back over. Roberts to the near side for Gillis. And then Roberts setting a couple of screens. Gillis up high. Watson doesn't pull the trigger. Goes down low to Roberts. Cutting it over the near side. Waits. Roberts still holds. Forced to the outside. He'll be taken into the boards by Kelly. just trying to hold possession here. Ball knocked free 1 second, can't get the shot away. And oh boy, that'll take us into our officials' timeout. Halfway gone with the first already. And the pace feeling frantic in that first half, as you could see how quickly the players are working in transition and those hard-nosed plays in the corner that we all know and love. Great effort defensively by the Grizzlies to shut down Roberts. Was able to make his way all the way around the outside, got to the near wing, and then introduced to the corner on the near wing. So 1-0 for the Grizzlies. So far in this one, again, about 20 seconds left to go in our timeout here, the officials' timeout, partway through. And Fred, I believe you got the officials' names. I never did get those to you beforehand. Who do we got? Your officials in this one, Cam Como, Cam Anderson, and Nico Baudouin. There we are. Thank you very much. So again, we welcome you into the LEC Fieldhouse. The Arenalacrosseleague steaming ahead for another week of exciting action. The best and brightest in the future of lacrosse developing before our very eyes. And as well, coming up at the half, we'll be able to talk about the Women's ALL West Division. They had their debut this past weekend on December 2nd. So we'll talk a little bit about that coming up at the half. Blackfish and Grizzlies. The flavor right now is Moffat going to have it up high. 15 seconds left to go on the shot clock. A 1-0 game. A defensive feast so far here. Swing and a miss as Humphrey able to turn that one aside with ease. Now the loose ball picked up. Here comes Xander Kabeka. As the officials going to have a quick discussion with each other. And the officials are actually arguing at the moment, trying to make sure they get this call correct. One official called it the way of the Grizzlies and the other emphatically calling it the direction of the Blackfish. So the referee now going to go over and report to the timekeepers over on the near side. Initially, it appeared the conversation was a little heated between the two officials. And Cam Como, Cam Anderson, and Nico Baudouin, your officials in this one. Far side, down low, Henning. Curls around back towards the point. He'll hit Murphy. Tried to find McIntyre cutting through the middle. Pass went high. Watson got it. Tried to dump it over Hop. Went vertical, and Ethan Quinn's going to get caught there. Ethan Quinn gets caught for the slash as he went up high on Connor Watson, trying to dunk that one in over the backside of the goal. Wadler able to hold the crossbar. A little bit too aggressive. It's actually not going to be Ethan Quinn. I thought it was with the initial point to the official. It's actually going to be Will Carrier. So Nash Moog, Aaron Skye, Ethan Quinn, and Josh Kelly. Going to be the defense. Ethan Umlaut and Brian Gillis over on the near side. Up high will be Connor Watson. And then Henning and Roberts will pick up the other two righty spots. Now Brian Gillis. He'll try and encroach towards the dotted line. Ethan Umlaut down low. Aaron Skye out to challenge. Gillis back around the outside. Moog defending. Kelly down low right at the near side. Ethan Umlaut gets a little bit of room. Doesn't pull the trigger. Cradles. Goes back around. Roberts. Nice move to get around the man. Now back up high. Takes the challenge over. Gillis swings. That one going to be scooped up. Partial deflection by Aaron Skye on the way through. As Wadler lets it fly. Almost into the stick of Connor White, but Ethan Quinn's going to fight for this loose ball as he and Umlaut come together. Loose ball push going to be called. So the Grizzlies get a fresh 30 and the possession with 1:23 left to go in the power play. Grizzlies down a man, but not down in the heart department right now. Up a goal and defending it shorthanded right now. Connor White swings this one over as Drew Cass going to pull it through. He'll be challenged there by Shinato. Back up to Baker. Watching him is Nick Jensen. Sakani Baker going at Nick Jensen. Shinato comes out as well. 4 seconds left to go. Loses the ball. Shinato, can he pick it up? He does. Shinato looking up for Umlaut. 50 seconds left to go on the power play here. Moog and Lewis back to defend here as the first couple back. Ethan Umlaut, oh, they had to challenge him to the near side, forced it back to Watson. Watson to Gillis. Gillis at his favorite spot over here, one of the lethal left sides we've seen in this league. Now Watson scores! Connor Watson, a power play goal to knot things up back at 1. Got it with about 34 left to go in their extra man opportunity, but what a shot into the top corner. I got to saw a basketball transition across the screen there. 4:35 left to go. There is so much going on at the LEC all the time. Got the Samara Basketball Invitational happening over the next couple of weeks, as Roberts will scoop that one up. And then Barnes coming the other way, 2-on-2. Murphy sets a back screen, opens him up. Nice pocket pass. Murphy cutting in, forced to the outside. Had the ball in his offhand, so couldn't do much with it. Keeps it alive, though, as Josh Mills will get it back to him. Murphy over. Watson curling around the far side. To the near side now, Gillis has a couple of men in the middle. Nice block. This one popped back out front by Will Carrier. Now down low to Watson. Watson curls in front. Murphy scores! The buzzer beater to make it 2-1. Murphy, right place, right time, and Watson with a slick feed. Went around the backside, got it back out in front, and Lewis came over to try and defend him, left Murphy in front, thought he had enough time. Or rather that they didn't have enough time on the side of the Blackfish to get that one away if they made the pass in front. The gamble didn't pay off. 2-1 now. Loose ball to the near side. Murphy able to work it over to Conrad Squarick. Is now Barnes up the near wing. Moog, Lewis, Doucette alongside Good, and Kelly going to be the defensive side here. Far side, Watson now getting around the screen set by Henning over Wandler. Able to get the shoulder up onto it though, settles it down. Has it up in the stick here as he'll throw it the length of the floor. Curtis Good, a little bit of problem with it initially. Gets across the line and stays across the line despite the check by the Blackfish in front. Lewis will score! Good hold by Curtis Good. They'll work it around, and they find Garrett Lewis at the near side of the crease. Nash Moog finds him, gets him behind Shinato, and makes no mistake in tight there. It's a 2-2 tie. So White and Lewis, the goals for the Grizzlies so far. Off of the face-off drop, procedure called. So things are going to go for the Blackfish now here with 3:07 left to go. Mills over to the far side. Watson once again holding the ball. Sky to defend him. Farskin to the outside. Mills through traffic. Saved by Wandler. Loose ball in front. Gillis can't come away with it. Doucette trying to lift his stick. Ends up taking Gillis down to the process. Down the other way though with Ethan Quinn. Quinn has it in the left wing. Blackfish able to get back defensively. Coaching staff on both sides yelling out things to their players, trying to get things situated here. Back up high now. They let a man go in front of the goal. White swings, and that is full body behind that one. But Humphrey able to stop him dead in his tracks. Up the middle for Liam McIntosh. 2:21 left to go. Ethan Umlaut, near side. Shinato cutting in. He's going to go across, and he'll find Wandler and the post. As this one up to Nash Moog now off of the reset. Taken off of the chest. Will Carrier able to recover. Has a bit of a lane. He'll go to the far side corner now. 2:02. In a 2-2 game. Here from the field house. Off of the bench, and this one comes over to Drew Kask on the near side. Kask over the screen, and that one a souvenir for the fans. That one a bullet heading outside. As Kask ring around the Rosie. It's Andrew Joseph making an offensive appearance. Swings off of the screen, coming off of the shooter spot by Dulong. And now a transition opportunity coming down the other way. A little bit of trouble with it initially. Jensen now gets into the stick. Roddy Jensen. Coaching staff alongside of him. Very vocal today already. Lots of energy coming from the bench. Brian Gillis on a quick release off the near side. Wandler has it in the pads. Play will be blown down as they'll be able to set this one up once again. Good. Gets around Ethan Umlaut. He'll stutter step to the stop. Trading around to the far side, Dylan McCormick wearing number 4 today. As McCormick pulls up at the bus stop, and then he'll switch places with Sakani Baker. Baker curls around, nice explosive move, tries to pull the shot in. Humphrey flashed the leg at it, went wide anyways. Here's a transition play, 3-on-1 for the Blackfish here. Shanato, good pull down. Oh, and just picked off in the middle. Great stick there by Kyle Brunch. Brunch down in transition. He'll slow things down with 40 seconds to go. He and Nash Moog working together. Tamek Godfriedson, though, keeping him honest on the near side. Kask sets the screen. Brunch cuts to the middle. Still holds possession right down Main Street, and Humphrey turns it aside. As a timeout going to be called. Rod Jensen emphatically calling timeout until finally one of the officials hears his plea. And we'll get the timeout call with just under 30 seconds left. So there'll be no shot clock to worry about, you would imagine, for the Blackfish. We'll see if they pull Humphrey to the bench for the 6-on-5 extra attacker play. Usually is one of the things up Jensen's bag of tricks here in the later stages of a period. So 2-2. The lay of the land right now. Hope your week treated you well. Happy Sunday. And it's a very happy Sunday around the LEC as we always get some of the best and brightest lacrosse here on the West Coast featured here at the Fieldhouse. Some of the scratches: Jack Marginson, Ben Musso, Cody Garrison, striker Roloff, Kyle Mooney, and Joe Callard all out for the Grizzlies. And on the other side, Aiden Pincombe, Tim Whipple, Nathan Rosborski, Trent Kellner, and Logan Mellish unavailable for the Blackfish in this one. Both sides trading blows early on, a little bit of sparring, a little bit of establishing their game. So 24.7 left to go here. No shot clock to worry about. It'll be 6-on-5. Lewis, Moog, Sky, Kelly, and Carrier defending. They're going to load up on righties on the near side. They'll go 3-and-3. Setting up in the middle is going to be Connor Watson. Watson bumping around, causing people to watch him. Lewis will tag him in front as Gillis waits. Moog defending, 7 seconds. They'll go to Watson, try to get it back into Mills. Here's Gillis with a chance, saved by Wandler. Loose ball going to be swung away by Carrier. And some hard physical play, both sides this WLA season. So again, a Vancouver Warrior present here in some Arenalacrosseleague action this fine Sunday. So welcome to the second quarter now. Again, Kyle Brunch wearing number 33 this afternoon. The Warriors are on a bye week. And talking with Fred Renner before the game, believe there was a goaltender playing for the Sea Spray. That was the game I wasn't unfortunately able to broadcast. That was, I believe, a Colorado Mammoth goaltender getting a little bit of time in during the bye week. So be very interesting to see if more of the NLL teams take advantage of that, getting their players in to play some quality lacrosse here in the ALL during a bye week. Far side, Kask spins around. He'll be guarded by Abrams. Now back up high, though. Ringing around to the near side, Jack Dulong. Dulong waits, pulls it through, has it pop out of the stick, nearly able to get it to go. And that a one-hopper that ends up over towards the timekeeper's area. And a bit of a deflection, and they'll catch that one. Ready to toss it back into play out of their early convenience. Blackfish now down the other way. Again, a 2-2 game here. The defense starting to really increase as Henning is going to cut in from the right side, or the righty side on the left wing. Everything's a little bit backwards. It's Nash Moog coming in the other way. Cuts towards the center. He'll just pull it around to the outside and wait for a little bit more support as Laszlo Henning going to chase him around to the outside. Now Moog finds Connor White, popped out of the stick. Here's Drew Kask. So Kask and Baker. Moog's going to stay out in the center, sets a screen on McIntosh. Coming around, Andrew Joseph, the far side, one-timer, and Humphrey slides across. They'll say it was off the floor and out of play. So this one going to be the possession for Reese Barnes. Barnes around to the outside, gets this one into the stick of Connor Watson. Ethan Umlaut now around to the near side. McIntyre going to look to get a little bit of offensive presence here. Forced to the outside by Aaron Skye. And a goal from the far wing. Deadlock is broken as the Blackfish, Josh Mills, curling up towards the point, cocks it back and unloads from distance, just able to get it over the shoulder of Braden Wandler. What a shot there. 13:04 left to go here as the players will lock horns in the face-off circle. Loose ball comes free. Ada Murphy and Ethan Quinn joust momentarily. Now here's Ryan Jensen. Jensen lets a blast go and picked up by Ethan Quinn to come back out in transition, the one hopper. 12:45 left to go here. Carrier, nice feed across, but just in behind the cutting player coming in off the bench. Barnes scooping at it, going to war against Kyle Brunch in the near side. As Kask to his near side, scooped up by Conrad Squarick. As Squarick cuts through the center, he'll hold. Again, that's a tough man to move if he's holding possession. Allows some time for Jordan Roberts and the rest of the offense to get set. As it'll come around to the near side for Watson. Watson gets the screen from Roberts, goes over to Gillis, now back up high to Mills. Josh Mills leaves it. Roberts had to pop out of the stick. As Garrett Lewis will get this one, swing and a miss on the stick check there. As under 12 to go now here, finds a man coming in off of the bench. It was Dylan McCormick. Baker up high. As Kyle Brunch now again making the appearance. Cutting through the crease, going to be called. Or the illegal push. One of the two there on the near side. Regardless, possession for the Blackfish. And they waste no time. Wandler calling out the player cutting it off the far side, but Jensen's just going to hold. Back up top to Chase McIntyre. McIntyre around to his left wing side, pulls it back up high. Jensen swings around the defense, and Wandler fights that one up high. Loose ball. Wandler showing stick. Still loose. No 30 been called in yet. Henning cutting in over the far side now. Here's the pass back. McIntyre pulls it back in front and stopped by Wandler again. 11:08 left to go. Grizzlies in transition. Brandon Humphrey barking out the orders as well too. Kyle Brunch. Sakani Baker over on the far side. Baker receives, Squarick guards. There's the feed through for Kask, and Humphrey just stands tall. They put it off his shoulder. Connor White does pick up the loose ball though, so a fresh 30 here for the Grizzlies. Sets the screen on Quebeca, and then up high. Delayed penalty going to be called here, so there goes Wandler to the bench. They got time, 15 on the shot clock. Brunch to Baker. Kask in the center, working on Squarick. Now the screen play comes over to the near side. Humphrey trying to get around the official, can't do it. He's out of the goal, diving back in, and they shoot it wide. As Barnes, the time finally winds down. And just an awkward situation there. The official and Humphrey having a quick chuckle about it. Humphrey came out of the crease to try and pick up that loose ball to trigger the delayed penalty to be called, and just got an indirect screen by the official. The ball bouncing in the perfect spot. Referee couldn't get out of the way. And Brandon Humphrey nearly got caught out of the crease as a result. Dove back in front, but to his luck, the ball shot wide. So the Grizzlies, Jack Dulong goes to the box. It's a power play. Or pardon me, for the Blackfish, I should say. Ryan Jensen going to the box. Wrong side of the scoreboard. My apologies. Illegal pick going to be called there, so Dulong just drops it. Again, Ryan Jensen's going to be in the box for 2 minutes here. Now Abrams cutting out the other direction. Scoops this one up as Connor Watson. Righty shooter spot. Going to draw the defender out, under 10 to go here in the second quarter. Swims through, gets a partial screen play from Henning. Nice feed across the zone. Again, Blackfish applying pressure short-handed. Nice screenplay. Watson pulls it back up high, shoots around the defense. Wandler had to be sharp on that one. Fresh 30 to work with. So the Blackfish just going to hold things up here. Slowing it down, killing off a little bit more time. 20 on the shot clock. Mills, scoop feed. Misses the man. Loose ball, though. Henning can't get it, as Lewis now will have it. Blocked, though, by Watson. Second try. Now they'll get it out, but then they give it right away to Remo Shinato. Bit of a miscommunication there by the Grizzlies as the Blackfish able to respond. 50 seconds left to go here. Shinato takes the bump. 44 seconds left to go on the power play for the Grizzlies. Not much to show for it here. Shinato with Jaden LeBurge draped all over him, now to the near side. Watson the give and go. Henning cutting through, but Wandler stands tall. .835 now, 20 seconds on the power play. Last gasp here for the Grizzlies. Up high, Brunch and Kask. Gonna go back and forth. Kask sets the screen, gets a back screen now. White with a swing at the back gate, unable to get it to go. Through the crease as White stepped back in. There's the outlet feed to Jensen. Now Ryan Jensen comes out of the box to join him. He'll head across to the bench. Jensen back up high. Ethan Umlaut will leave this one. As Umlaut, the fake ball play, still holds it. Now back to the far corner. Cutting in, Gillis feeds it across to McIntyre. Doesn't get the one-on-one. He'll shoot up high. Oh, off of the crossbar it looked like. Stays out. As Wandler, that one went over his shoulder, off of the crossbar, and back into his jersey. Had to fish that one out. With 7:50 left to go, that one stays free. As again, could have spelled trouble if he tried to collapse backwards onto it. As Shinato gets the over and back, now he'll take it himself, cutting in the other way. Shinato scores! What an effort for Shinato. Able to force the man back across the line to get the over and back call. Scoops it up, goes the other way, and makes it 4-2. What an effort there for Remo Shinato. 4-2 your score now. 7:39 left to go. Forces the man across the line and then takes it himself. Ryan Jensen has to get across the timeline. Nearly ran out of time, but he'll get there. As Watson now, he and Murphy. Watson now solo on the near wing, cuts towards the center. Murphy left all alone momentarily. Through the crease, going to be called on Murphy. And with 7:15 left to go, we get our officials time out. 4-2 your score. As this game living up to the hype. As Jack Dulong having a look at some of the statistics we can find for him. Playing as part of the Cole Harbour Wolfpack last season. Nova Scotia U18 AAA. Or pardon me, wrong, Jack Dulong. Looking for some statistics to see if we can find Jack Dulong from the local side. Get all these new players coming on in and enjoying part of the league. Here we go. January 19th of this year, the East Coast Junior Lacrosse League. Got a feature article by the Halifax Thunderbirds in the NLL. And then Jack Dulong featured in this article here. We have a quote. Let's see. From Mitch Hannigan, Deputy Commissioner of the ECJLL. We're seeing the rest of the country take notice of our players. Jack Dulong plays for the Sackville Wolves. He also happens to be a member of Team Canada. ECJLL wants the ceiling for these players now, seeing opportunities as a stepping stone to get into the NLL. And then Dulong making an appearance out here on the West Coast now here as well too in the Arenalacrosseleague. Joseph, nice find over on the far side, but Kyle Brunch in too tight to pull the trigger. Brandon Humphrey was sliding across just in case. 6:45 left to go. Ethan Umlaut unable to receive the pass off of the far side. As Wandler sends it up to Joseph again. We're 5 aside here with 6.5 left to go. 4-2 your score in favor of the Blackfish. Shinato defending on Baker. Baker casually around the outside, tried to snipe the top corner, but Humphrey will hold it between the arm and the breadbasket. Humphrey sends this one up to Ryan Jensen. No need to worry about the timeline. He's on the left side of it. Now McIntyre cuts through, tried to find Murphy for a back gate swing, couldn't get it. Murphy back up, curls, fires. Wandler gets the save as Curtis Good trying to scoop this one around. Picked up though. Good work by the Blackfish. They've been hounding these loose balls here this afternoon. As Roberts cutting back up high, swims through, gets around Aaron Sky. Nice pocket feed to McIntyre. Kelly and Sky both collapse, and then McIntyre was able to get the shot away, but cutting through, the Blackfish player put it over top of the goal. 5:40 left to go. As this one, Nash Moog, the bump. It'll come across the other direction. Connor White as pushed down there. It's going to be a loose ball play called against the man. Now coming down the other way. Opportunity the other direction. Wandler puts it away behind the back shot. They score! Cleaning it up in transition as Josh Mills goes behind the back. He'll pick another one up here. 5-2 your score. Great rush the other way by David Hammond as the Blackfish get out in transition after the loose ball push was called. And Josh Mills gets it in pretty fashion, no less. Hustle there by the Grizzlies, but they'll end up over and back, and now an opportunity. Shinato and Watson across. Shinato cutting in, scores! Make it 2 for Shinato as he dives across and increases the lead to 4. Watson feeds him. Shinato finishes him. Shinato, his first goal was the play to get the over and back call, and then went the other way and scored in transition. Now this one, Watson will feed him, and it's a dive across the crease. Valiant effort by Wandler, but Shinato gets the better of it. Loose ball now. Wheels starting to fall off of the bus for the Grizzlies momentarily. We'll see if they can put him back on. White feeds it through behind the back feed. Baker tried to tuck it in downstairs. Found the pad of Brandon Humphrey. 4:41 left to go. Watson in the middle. Henning will score! And just like that, 3 goals in quick sequence. Laszlo Henning putting the latest exclamation mark on this run. The Blackfish are finding those players cutting in down the pipe, and it's paying off in a big way. 4:36 left to go. 7-2 your score. Procedure called. It's going to go to the Grizzlies as Dulong goes through, and Kyle Brunch will leave it for Sakani Baker. Back up high. Now Dulong over to the near side for Moffat. Moffat curling out, finds Baker. Shinato guarding him. Gottfriedson waiting on the near side as well too. As Baker getting a partial screen by the official. Shinato takes him into the back wall. Pass up high. Dulong fires, just missed the near side post. 4:07 left to go. Now Barnes in transition. Coming out of the gate is Gillis. Coaching staff of the Grizzlies sounded like they were calling for too many men momentarily. Now Roberts plays it to Gillis. Gillis venturing in Curls back up high now. McIntyre guarded there by Doucette. Forced around the outside. Gives it. Lets it go. Wandler gets the save, and the stick of Gillis exploded on the shot. The stick blew up. It's in two pieces now. Officials will clear things out of the way. As Imlat to Mills. Already working on 2 goals. Has he done? Roberts fires from distance. Had a little bit of a lane around the defender. But Wandler's able to hold on to that one. Another one stuck up in his equipment. He's had a couple of those today. 3:24 left to go here. McIntosh, Squarek, Abrams, Jensen. Last man in is Ryan Jensen. Joseph up to Connor White, finds Sakani Baker. Coming in off of the far wing. As Squarek forces him to the outside. Here's Connor White. White swims around, spins, gets it to Baker. Baker pulls it through, gets onto his forehand. Now cutting in, tried to just pull it back in front right before the shot clock expired. Humphrey got it with the pads, and then he'll hit the outlet fast to Nick Jensen. 2:45 now. Jensen, just a little flip over the head, found Connor Watson. As Watson loads, passes it down low, curls around, Mills, Watson now back out in front. They're hemming him in closer towards the gate here. Mills fires from his favorite spot, and Wandler keeps it held. Now Nash Moog. Moog, the distance, that one going to be knocked away as it went towards Kyle Brunch. As Brunch cuts towards the front of the goal, diving, he'll score! Kyle Brunch, an incredible effort there with 2:14 left to go. He'll cut the lead to 4. Brunch able to pick up the loose ball there and just extends. Cross crease dive with 2 defenders draped on him. Again, the veteran of the Langley Thunder. Now signed to the Warriors in the NLL. 7-3 your score. Face off, illegal procedure called, so things are going to go here for the Grizzlies as they were waiting, the Blackfish were, for them to blow play in so that they could grab the ball because nobody went to get it initially. Connor White around the outside, guarded by Godfredson. Barnes moved out of the way by the screen. Low shot wide of the goal left. As Brunch gets his own rebound across. White tried to spike it in. Loose ball in front. Knocked out of the stick of McCormick. Godfredson, good strip, and picks up the loose ball. Tebek Godfredson. Pulls it to the outside. Nice little flip. Connor Watson. Watson looked off Murphy as he ran through the center. 1.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Watson in behind looking for Aiden Murphy. Missed him high. Now Mills at the shooter spot. Watson pulls it back, takes the feed. Tried to find Ethan Imlat cutting in towards the far goal line side. And now trying to release this one up high. Mills. Kelly gets it, has 1 man to beat. They're telling him to hold it. He'll wait for the reinforcements with 1:08 left to go here. As this one across the zone, Joseph missed the hop, top floor. Now Sakani Baker. Baker up high. Brunch evades the screen. Joseph swings, and that one deflecting out of play off of the shoulder of Brandon Humphrey. Fresh 30, 50 seconds left to go in the frame though. Kask loads, gives it to Dulong. Dulong, nice fake, cuts towards the center. Cradles, passes up high on Humphrey. Ryan Jensen was slow to get up to a vertical base. He's still shaking things off there. Outlet feed, Abrams had it in the stick, and that one pops free. With 31.8 left to go. Loose ball push was going to be called there, so the Blackfish do get the possession here. Humphrey's going to be called to the bench. He'll have to hustle now here. Fake ball play ends up in the stick of Roberts up high. Roberts, top of the zone. Still holds it. 1 second separate the shot clock and the game clock. Roberts, far side Mills, now back at the Roberts at the center point. 2 players mixing it up in the middle for screens. Henning is one of them. Now Roberts over to the far side. Mills gets it back from the feed. Roberts cutting in. Watson lets it go. And with 1 second left, time will wind down 7-3 is your score at the end of 2 quarters. About the Women's Arena Lacrosse League West debut last weekend. During the intermission, we had some technical difficulties we were trying to sort out due with the audio for the broadcast, but never fear, things should be back. Only problem is I can't hear myself, so I apologize if things are a little bit louder today than they normally would be, as we are ready to get underway once again here in the second half. If you're just joining us, it was a defensive showcase in the first quarter, and then a bit more offense finding their way to this one in the second, as the Grizzlies looking to get introduced back in to the third. Dulong with the opportunity, and a great save by Brandon Humphrey. Now Brunch cutting in, takes the shot. Humphrey turns him aside too. And Kyle Brunch making his ALL debut in this one. Remember the Vancouver Warriors, their bye week going on this week. So we saw last week as well, one of the Colorado Mammoth was making an appearance, getting a little bit of time during their bye week. Love to see the local teams utilizing this incredible league to its full extent. As this one curling around to the outside now. And Brunch pulling it back. He'll pass it around to the far side. Cutting towards the center as Moffett feels it over. Pulling it around, Dylan McCormick loads, fires that one, a one-hopper. Going to end up bouncing off of the floor and out of play. So a fresh possession for the Blackfish here. Connor Abrams will get it, and he'll work it around in his own zone. As this one cuts over to the far side. Now McIntyre holds up high in the zone. Curls it around as Watson in on Kelly. Whips it to the near side. Mills fires upstairs, and whole lot of power. Had the right angle, but Wandler gets the better of it there. Now Doucette tried to scoop up the loose ball. Finally gets it. He'll have to throw this one to the backhand across center, but nobody home, so the Blackfish will get it here. Back to the near side, Ethan Umlaut. Umlaut waits, pulls it through. Gets a screen from Roberts, back up high. Henning has a lane, shoots. Glove safe there by Wandler. There's the outlet feed. Josh Kelly. He's going to build a head of steam coming the other way. Kelly loads, swings, shoots it wide. As Reese Barnes going to pick up the loose ball, and the Grizzlies going to be forced to get back quickly on defense here. Josh Kelly went up for the transition play. Now he'll go right back into the defense as Watson puts it up high for Murphy. As Murphy takes the contact, coming over to the near side. That one in and out of the stick, coming over to the near side. Wandler plays it for Carrier. Has a couple of players ahead of him, but he'll just get it across the timeline with 12:15 left to go. Now Drew Kask. Have Sakani Baker to his right. Shinato's going to come up and challenge him with a couple of stick checks. Far side. Back up high. Kask with a quick release. Good feed by Connor White. There's the scoop up by Tomek Godfriedson. Godfriedson tried to cut to the center. Stripped of the ball. Loose. And diving around to try and keep it alive. Good effort by Godfriedson, but the Grizzlies come away with the ball. Now Moog. Moog will send it up to the near side for Baker. As Sakani Baker curling around in the middle. Pulling it out is Moffett. Moffett appeared to have changed his gloves during the intermission. It looked like he had the Coquitlam Adanac style gloves, the yellows on earlier. Now he's got the greens on. Delayed penalty coming here. As that one picked up by the Fish. Quebeca was looking to head down the other way, but a holding call is going to put that to a grinding halt. So in the box is going to be Nick Jensen. Cam Como, Cam Anderson, and Nico Baudouin, the officials in this afternoon's contest. And already 3.5 in here to the third. Grizzlies down by 4. They surrendered the 5-goal run to the Blackfish back in the second. Blackfish with 3 goals in under a minute. Back up high. Moffett now to White. He'll quarterback at the center. They go 3 lefties here on the power play. White back in the center, scores! Connor White labels his second of this one on the power play, cutting the lead to 3. Wonderful effort. Gets right back up into the center on the give and go play. Kask finds him, and he'll find the back of the net. Grizzlies get an important piece of offensive momentum. As off of the face-off draw. Good work there by Nathan Bell. Bell has Kask cutting in. Kask scores! So nice, they did it twice. 2 goals in about under 10 seconds. And just like that, we've got a 2-goal game. Great work off of the face-off by Nathan Bell, able to find Kask. And he'll beat Humphrey for the 5th goal for the Grizz. This one gonna be tipped. Coming forward, in on it there. Roberts taken down, but I think he scores. Isn't that in? There it is. It's called a good goal. I was wondering, there was no signal from the official initially as Roberts hauled down but still gets that one in. And it was in the back of the goal. Roberts quickly back up, celebrates, and we've got ourselves an 8-5 game. Delayed penalty was coming, but then Roberts just backpacks the man into the top area of the crease and is able to get that one in, falling down. Blackfish gonna get possession here. Play blown in. They were calling for delay of game as the Grizzlies knocked the stick out, or the ball out of the stick. Far side now. McIntyre has to beat Doucette. He'll find his patented back in. Forced to the outside though. Nice move up high. McIntyre denied by Wandler. As Lewis sends a strike up to Josh Kelly. As Kelly over across the zone, cutting in, just puts it wide. As this one going to be scooped up, trying to push it ahead. As Temek Godfredson working on the man in the corner. Taken down, one of the Grizzlies slow to get up here. It was Kyle Brunch, it looked like. Was just slow to get up there after the contact in the corner. 10:05 left to go here in the third. 3-goal lead restored for the Grizzlies. As Drew Kask, the most recent member of the boys in black and brown, to get on the scoreboard. Now here come the boys in red. Ethan Umlaut feeds it back up high. Now to the far side. McIntyre had it pop out of the stick. He'll recover though. McIntyre over to the near side. Gillis jousting for it. Loose ball picked up in the center. McIntyre, what a goal! Chase McIntyre. Time winding down on the shot clock right down Main Street. What an effort there. Brian Gillis, nifty feed, a behind the back shot for Chase McIntyre. We've had multiple of those today. And the 4-goal lead is back. 9-5 with 9:41 left to go. Grizzlies pull this one out of the face-off circle, a la the stick of Connor White. White onto the forehand, now around the outside. Chips it up. As Brunch feeds it back to White. Behind the back shot as he was falling down. He and Shinato go tumbling. Now Xander Quebeca coming out the other way. Crunched in the middle, and it's going to be a delayed penalty coming here. Blackfish are going to go to the power play. Connor Watson holds it though. As the officials trying to get things sorted here. The delayed whistle was called. Roddy Jensen, everybody was having a chat with the players at the defensive gate. Now the official is going to have another conversation here. Brandon Humphrey was making his way to the bench to try and get the extra attacker out of the floor, and play was blown down. So the officials, both coaches asking for the referees to tell them what's going on here. So Nash Moog It's coming across. It's 2 minutes for a cross check as he took the man down in transition. But again, I was trying to see why play was blown down in the first place, unless they were trying to say that the Blackfish sent somebody out the gate early with Brandon Humphrey coming over to the box. Gillis to him lot. They'll work the lefties on the near side. Back up high, Connor Watson able to pull that one through. Roberts far side working on Kelly. Give and go there with Henning. Back up high, Roberts pulls it back over. Watson behind the back feed, and Wandler able to get a piece of that one. Steer it aside. Minute and a half now left to go in the power play. Gillis to him lot. They're calling it out as to where things are trying to go. Back over Gillis, the back gate one-timer, shut down by Wandler. Great ball movement here as the Blackfish able to work into the far side, and then Gillis so quick on the release, but Wandler gets him. Now Gillis again, back up, down low, too slow, that one. Knocked away, then Roberts chopped that there, ball knocked free. Roberts tried to swing the rusty gate, got contact on the stick, and Carrier gets it into the offensive territory. He sees the lane, he'll score! Will Carrier takes matters into his own hands, short-handed, and he'll cut the lead to 3. Will Carrier just had the ball, and Shinato ended up backing up to play the pass. Let Humphrey have Carrier one-on-one, and Carrier got the best of it. Short-handed goal for the Grizzlies, materializing seemingly out of thin air. Both players not giving an inch. Nathan Bell and Reese Barnes deadlocked here at the center. Who's going to come away with this one? They're still deadlocked. Who's going to break this one free? Both sides letting them hear it. This is a war right now to see who can dig this one out. Nathan Bell and Reese Barnes. Like two oxes going at it. And finally it comes free. Far side, Jensen taken down. Ball comes loose, goes right to Braden Wandler. But how about that war in the face-off circle between Bell and Barnes? Moog will come out of the box as Kask will play it up to him on the near side. Moog now behind the back feed for Brunch. Brunch pulls it through, trying to tuck it around Shinato. Might have found the post. A couple of players taken down. We got a delayed penalty coming here. And then Brunch took the shot. It's going to be interference, it looks like. 6:45 left to go. Again, one of the Blackfish was blown up. Coming through. It's going to end up being a cross check. And that'll take us to the officials' timeout. Fast and furious we go through the first half of the third. So we'll have a look at the scoring summary so far. As in the third, both sides waking up a little bit more offensively. Again, only 2 goals apiece back in the first quarter, but we are far removed from that at this point. Here in the third, Connor White picks up his second of the contest, and then Drew Kask adds one as well about 10 seconds later. And then the Blackfish, they get 2 goals in a minute. Jordan Roberts and Chase McIntyre from Brian Gillis. And then Will Carrier, the short-handed goal, brings us to where we are now at a 9-6 margin. So heading to the box, Thomas Moffat. 2 minutes for the cross-check. Henning up to Murphy. As Henning sends it over to the far side, McIntyre loads, goes back up high. 3 righties, 2 lefties here. It's Mills and Murphy on the left side. Over. McIntyre, one hopper, rings the back glass. Didn't find anybody. As Watson trying to corral it. Loose ball. Can he kick it over to McIntyre? He does. Pushed forward. And this one's still loose now. 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Here's Mills. Shoots and scores! Hat trick for Josh Mills. It'll be a power play goal to make it 10. Double digits for the Blackfish as their offense continuing to soar here. Here we see Nathan Bell and Reese Barnes once again. We'll see if they go at it like they did last time around. With 6:17 left to go in the third, a power play goal for Josh Mills as they'll go a different route this time. Ryan Jensen takes a couple of contacts there. And this might cause a little bit of a ruckus here. Players working hard, trying to dig this one free. Loose ball, an absolute rugby scrum at the far side. Jensen missing his helmet right now, so just drops the stick as well and heads off of the change. The players will be able to scoop up the equipment. Here's Kask with an opportunity, puts it off of Humphrey. Loose ball picked up. Blackfish are going to go to the penalty box. Absolute bedlam breaking out in front of the Blackfish bench. And then a slashing call picked up by Xander Kabeka as they tried to scramble back defensively. Again, the Grizzlies had numbers due to Ryan Jensen gingerly leaving the floor. As White will send this one over. Again, Dulong and Moffat going to join him over on that far side of the floor. Back up, White and Dulong. Going back and forth. Kask is up at the point as well. Dulong through traffic. Humphrey gets a piece of it. That one bounces out of play, becomes right back into the stick of Jack Dulong. Dulong down low. Moffat going to go in behind the goal now to the near side for Kask up high. White swings and fires. Connor White will strike pay dirt. A hat trick for him as his team picks up a power play goal to answer right back, and it's back to a 3-goal margin. Connor White, a pretty shot from up high in the zone. And these teams, the Blackfish and the Grizzlies, they trade power play markers with 5:18 left to go. Doucette able to dig this one free off of Barnes. They'll come over to the near side. Players working against the near side wall. Ball still loose. Possession going to be called for the Blackfish here. Coaching staff of the Grizzlies unhappy with the call. Grizzlies are going to have to earn it defensively here. Quinn, Kelly, as well as Moog, Good, and Lewis. Gillis gets a screen from Murphy. He'll hit his man on the far side. Shoots around Kelly. Just missed the near side post. Now Gillis back up high. Works his way through. Another shot just wide of the goal. Umlaut fires just over top of the goal. Ethan Umlaut comes in, tries to dunk it in, and puts it off the top of the goaltender. My goodness, it's like a shooting gallery out there. And they're just missing the grand prize at the carnival. 2 of them wide the near side post, and 1 of them just over top of the goal. Sakani Baker in the offensive zone. He'll find Brunch coming off of the bench. Joseph stutter steps, feeds Baker on the left wing now. Baker spins around out of the forehand, pulls the pressure out to the outside. Now Moffat swings through traffic. Going to be scooped up by Humphrey. Outlet feed coming into the stick of Jensen. Across, Shinato in, scores! Remo Shinato, the 3rd player in this game with a hat trick, and it's another beauty in transition. 11-7 now for the Blackfish. As Shinato, defense and transition play have been at a premium here tonight, and he's been one of the shining stars of it. 4:03 now, 11-7 your score. Again, welcome to the field house. We got lots more raucous lacrosse left to go here. Cutting to the center. Nice move to spin to the outside. Tucks it in, Connor Watson. The offense continues to flow as the Blackfish get another one in quick succession. Beautiful spin move by Connor Watson. And he'll tuck that one in. An even dozen for the Blackfish. Doucette versus Barnes. They'll steer this one free. As Doucette now going to pick up the loose ball after a couple of chops. Brings it into the offensive zone. One hop pass to Kask. Kask waiting for the rest of the team as they just work it around to Dulong. Now Dulong trying to push the arm up on the other side. Now here comes Kyle Brunch. Brunch to the outside. Waits, Dulong fakes, gets around McIntosh, puts that one up high on the shot, end up bouncing into play. Brandon Humphrey will scoop this one up at the back end. The defense getting a quick transition the other way. Aaron Sky's going to set up behind. And a man-to-man check here. Delayed penalty coming here. Ryan Jensen took the shot up high. And both officials have an arm up. We'll see if it's two different delayed penalties or if it's just the same one they both caught. Gillis in front, puts it wide of the top crease. And Ethan Umlaut, he got the loose ball. It stays live here, 6-on-5 for the extra attacker. Watson shoots over top of the goal. Rebound, can't put it in as Gillis. You can see the frustration as he had the opportunity right all alone in front of the goal and just put it just barely wide of the top corner. So Drew Kask picks up. Is that the slash or is that a butt-ending call? Unfamiliar with that signal by the official. Is a hooking call. Going to Drew Kask. So Gillis back up high. Waits. McIntyre a blast off of the shoulder of Wandler. Ends up at the far side. Now McIntyre feeds it down low. Roberts no look feed up to Watson. Now I'm on the near side. Watson cutting through. McIntyre into Gillis. Gillis shoots and scores! Immediate redemption for Brian Gillis. He was frustrated after missing the opportunity in front of the goal, and he gets one on the power play shortly after. Gillis, what a shot in the same spot he was looking for earlier, and that's got to feel good as he gets one to give his team the 6-goal lead. How the tables have turned in the offensive situations. As last time these two teams went up against each other, the Grizzlies were absolutely feasting. Now in this one, the Blackfish, they fight back. Their offense and defense have looked excellent. Nice feed to the near side. Watson trying to pull Wadler to the near side. Fitted across, but couldn't pull the trigger. Watson across. Gillis now takes the shot, and he scores. Brian Gillis, give him his second as he squeaks that one through Wadler. The shot had the spin on it. Hit the goaltender's equipment, hit the ground, and bounced into the top corner. Nice swing around the defense. And just ripples the twine enough there. And we're going to get a goaltending change here. As Wandler subs out. Into the goal will be number 35, Ryder Bremner. Bremner with a couple of stick taps for the posts, and he'll get situated. I believe this will be his second appearance this season. As 2 minutes left to go here in the third, a 7-goal lead, and the Blackfish have put their stamp on this third quarter. Ethan Umlaut gets a couple of screens. Blackfish buzzing here. Scoop pass. Watson pulls Quinn out. Sky challenging as well. Murphy loads, fires. Bremner with the save. Ethan Umlaut pulling Nash Moog out. Sky defends up high. Far side Carrier guarding on Roberts. Now McIntyre. McIntyre towards the point. Now to the near side. Players come together. Over. Puts it off the post. Delayed penalty coming here as coming out to scoop this one up again. It's going to go against the Blackfish. So Brandon Humphrey came out of the goal to scoop that one up. I wasn't sure if he thought it was going to go the other way. But a great heads-up play there by Humphrey to get that one to his team so they get the extra attacker and more time to work with the extra attacker here. Roberts has Henning right in front of the goal. Murphy's there too. Behind the back feed, picked off by Carrier. And a holding the stick call coming here. Aaron Sky going to the box. And Carrier, a slash. So it's actually going to be 5-on-3. We got a holding the stick call and a slash going against the Grizzlies, as things go from bad to worse here. So they'll go 4-on-3 with a man back at center. Watson trying to pull people out behind the back feed to Henning. Henning has a lane going across. Nice pick off by Nash Moog. Moog in the crease. Now he comes out. He can't go back in. He'll take it himself. 22 seconds. Gets over just in enough time. Moog cutting in right down the middle. Just puts it over top of the goal. And then a slash on Jensen. Couple of heavy hits there. Moffitt taken down. As Moog lost the stick, now a 3-on-1 brewing here. Ethan Amlada cross, stopped by Bremner. Henning, loose ball, back up to Gillis. Gillis in tight, they score! 1.6 remaining. A power play goal for the Blackfish as the chaos comes to a conclusion with the ball in the back of the goal. Connor Watson, a hat trick to make it 15-7. So one man comes out of the box. Aaron Sky remains. A minute 16 will carry over into the fourth, as the players will just let that one go, and we come to the end of 3 quarters. The final 15 scheduled next here at the Fieldhouse. So 15-7 your score. At the end of 3, shots 16-10 in favor of the Blackfish in the third quarter. Now 46-31 overall in favor of the Fish. As your third quarter scoring summary, it's a doozy. Connor White and Drew Kask get a couple for the Grizz. Then Robertson McIntyre answer back. Then Grizzlies get one from Carrier. That was the short-hander. Then Mills gets one, Connor White gets one, and then all of a sudden another 5-goal run in the final 4 minutes of the frame for the Blackfish. Shinato, Watson, 2 from Gillis, and then Watson again. And Connor Watson, been all over the score sheet. He's got 4 assists, it looks like, if my math is correct. So Connor Watson, a hat trick and 3 or 4 assists right now, working on about a 7-point game, and we've still got a quarter left to go here. And this has got to feel good for the Blackfish. 29-12 was the score the last time these two teams played each other back in November, and the Blackfish have answered the bell. They've got them doubled up going into the fourth. It is going to be so critical to manage their game and play their style of lacrosse, because the Grizzlies, they've been one of the more efficient offensive teams in the ALL this season. We'll see what they've got left in the tank after an absolutely rip-roaring first 3 quarters. Coming into this game, Grizzlies 2-2, Blackfish 1-3. So if the Blackfish hold on, they'll match the Grizzlies' record, because the Grizzlies will drop to 2-3 if the Blackfish can win. Blackfish, the second lowest scoring team in the league behind the Sea Spray. Again, the Sea Spray, their magic has been in their defense. They've only got a positive 2 goal differential, but the Sea Spray 2-2 so far. They've scored 48 but only allowed 46. The Blackfish, on the other hand, they've scored 45 but allowed 68. So now here, it's up to them to buckle down defensively and improve their record to 2-3. As this one passed through the zone, scooped up now by Jaden LaBerge. Gave it away, though, as the Blackfish will get the offensive zone possession all of a sudden here. Mills will leave it for Watson coming off of the bench. Now McIntyre down low. And they're going to set up him behind the goal, back and forth. Bremner slides back and forth to meet it. Now shooter spot, Mills across, Watson. Good heavy pressure, feeds it over, Mills unloads, a good blocker save there, loose ball, they score! Laszlo Henning threads the needle, finds another one for him tonight. As this one, the loose ball, ends up in the middle. Laszlo Henning shoots around the goalkeeper. That'll be number 2 tonight for Laszlo Henning. Number 45 gets his second of the contest. As off of the draw, Grizzlies going to get possession here. You thought things were frantic in the third. Watch out here in the fourth. Those longer changes. Shinato jumps the gun, almost able to tip that one away. In and out of the stick on the far side. Scooped up. Kyle Brunch and Remo Shinato come together. There's the screen set by Kask. They both cut towards the front of the goal with momentum. Sakani Baker in tight, scores! Nice work by the Grizzlies. Brunch gets the momentum moving forward. Kask sets the screen, and then the final pass to Sakani Baker. He'll tuck it in down low. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and the Grizzlies get their 8th goal here. Still down by 8 now. We got 13:56 left for them to work with. What can their offense muster here? Nathan Bell wins that one. Loose ball going to be scooped up by Nash Moog. Cutting around to the near side. There's the scoop. Popped out of the stick momentarily. Blackfish able to recover. In and out of the stick of Kyle Brunch. Tomek Gottfriedson. Gottfriedson pulls up. Feeds this one through. Ryan Jensen with Remo Shinato. Jensen shoots it wide and high. Now the Grizzlies looking to accelerate the other way. They've got Baker ahead of the defense. Baker in, scores! Back to back for Baker as he'll cut the lead to 7 now. Great move to get it behind the defense. Great presence of mind. Waits out Humphrey and is able to put that in the top left corner. Setting up in the face-off circle once again. We've had some good battles there tonight. Reese Barnes will get that rendition of it. Coming across, Barnes doesn't see the man coming. And a delayed penalty coming here. The Grizzlies, their entire bench up in arms at that call. As Humphrey now finally gets the message and he'll head over to the bench. Extra attacker coming out onto the floor. 10 seconds on the shot clock though, not a lot of time to work with here. Murphy to Gillis, over McIntyre. Nice slick behind the back feed, but a little bit too much sauce on it. 12:50. The Grizzlies coaching staff letting the officials hear it. It's going to be a check from behind. As he got him on the numbers. The Blackfish with another opportunity here on the power play. It's been pretty efficient here tonight. Back up high, Watson down low. Looking to pull this one back out and through. Henning feeds it down low as Gillis working in the shooter spot. Henning up high, he'll quarterback. Watson fakes, tried to tuck it back through. Bremner got a piece of it. Rebound though, picked up by the Blackfish. Roberts now to Henning. They'll work it around the far side now. Henning gets it back behind the back feed. Roberts doesn't pull the trigger. Now he does. Blocked off of the stick. Ends up loose ball with the Blackfish. Watson behind the back. Roberts cuts in. They feed it back to Watson. Over, back eight. Doesn't pull the trigger. Now Roberts, right side. Whoa! Bremner able to get enough of that one to keep it out. Had a bit of spin on it. Garrett Lewis there to support. As that one ends up at the far side for Sakani Baker. 12 to go. Oh, had a man cutting up the center. Couldn't get it into the stick of Kyle Brunch. Dulong, Baker, Brunch, and Joseph. Baker has 3 guys over on the far side. Jensen coming up, tried to ring the elevator on that rising shot. Couldn't do it. And an equipment check. I believe going to be called here by Brandon Humphrey, the mask, having a bit of issues. So he'll head across and he might take a different one, or see if he can't quickly repair the strap of issue on his mask. So the training staff getting things prepped. You can see they're working with a strap and some scissors there. Humphrey calling for the equipment check. 11:36 left to go here in the fourth. Again, if you're a goaltender playing lacrosse, you got to make sure every piece of equipment is in top working order. I mean, I can hardly understand goaltenders in lacrosse in the first place. That is a whole lot of ball coming at you at speed. So let alone, I mean, you imagine the days of goaltenders when they didn't even wear masks way back in the day. Takes a special breed to get between the pipes. Brandon Humphrey is among them, and he's had himself a pretty stellar game tonight. So Humphrey will start out with it. As he called the check, he'll give it to Watson, and he'll make his way up the floor. McIntyre down low, gets it back up high. Henning's going to set up over on the far side with McIntyre. Watson down low. Gillis can't pull the trigger. Back over. Watson feeds it down low. Henning had it pop out of the stick. Loose ball for good. Coming across. Mills, they're trying to scoop it away. As Good in transition. Still has Mills all over him. Good now. Stops up at the near side. Coming around. Waiting for a little bit of support here. Stuck in the near side corner. Feeds it up high. 7 seconds left to go on Carrier's penalty. Great work by Curtis Good. His team's letting him know about it. Kyle Brunch trying to get a sharp angle shot away. Does, but the loose ball. No Grizzly there to work on it. And then Moffitt absolutely steamrolled his man there. McIntosh taken into the wall. 10:30 left to go. Moffitt unable, though, to get his team the possession. Gillis lines, fires, scores! Ryan Gillis add to the long list of hat tricks in this game. Gillis winds up at the lefty shooter spot, gets a little bit of daylight and makes a whole lot out of it. 10:21 left to go here. As Barnes digging at it with Doucette. Sakani Baker trying to come away with this one as Conrad Squarick will scoop it up. Now here's Jensen down the left wing side, looking to pull this one back through. He'll feed it up to Barnes. Now Josh Mills. He and McIntyre working down that right wing. McIntyre's going to go around and behind the goal out to the near side. Now Watson feeds it to McIntyre. McIntyre curling up high, feeds Mills. Mills, one man to beat it to Lewis. Down behind the goal. Wraparound attempt, they score! Aiden Murphy with the cat-like reflexes. Soon as he had that one in the stick, he was around the post and put that one home. Aiden Murphy, well done on the wraparound attempt there. They'll restore the double up, 18-9. Abrams, Squarick, Jensen, Murphy, and Barnes to start things out here off the face-off draw. Grizzlies have McCormick. In the circle is Doucette. Doucette popped that one out of the stick, thought about scooping it to Moog. Now Nash Moog. That one pops out of the stick. Trying to get it was McCormick. McCormick with the speed, cutting into the corner, takes the contact. Loose ball going to be scooped free to Brandon Humphrey. As flirting with the interference call there. As Humphrey able to get the pass away clean. Reese Barnes feeds this one over. As Henning waits up high with it. Gets it back up in the top of the zone. Put the shot off of Bremner's shoulder, and he'll pick up the loose ball for himself. Back across the zone. Ends up bouncing off of the wall. As Aiden Murphy cuts towards the slot. Bit of a pass over to McIntyre. McIntyre cutting in, able to put that one wide. As the outlet feed. Garrett Lewis checks the shoulder, finds the ball. One man to beat is the goalie, and Humphrey gets the save. Feeds this one ahead to Tomek Godfriedson. 8:39 left to go here. Josh Mills will hold under high pressure from Aaron Skye. Now Watson cutting in towards the left wing side. Feeds it back over. Mills unloads. Bremner gets it with a pad. Brian Gillis working on the hat trick here. Partial screen by Murphy. Now Murphy over to the near wing. Feeds it down low. Roberts cutting in. Nice give and go with Watson. Good pressure though. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Loose ball. Can't be picked up by Moog. Roberts will get it. 10 on the shot clock. Watson in behind. Wraparound attempt. Stepped in. Unable to get it to go. They had Bremner checking the wrong shoulder. And under 8 to go here now. 18-9. Joseph on the near wing with Josh Kelly. Cutting through the middle was Dulong. Far side, Baker. Lots of vocality right now on both sides. Dulong. Guarding on the near side is Ryan Jensen. Far wing now. Cuts to the middle. Brunch. Nice explosive move. Tried to shoot around Squarick as he came back to the middle. Now here goes Quebeca. Quebeca has a man on the far side, and I believe we're going to get a too many men call here. The official checked the shoulder and caught him red-handed. So this is going to be a too many men call on the Blackfish. It looked like they sent a man out the offensive gate to try and join the rush with Quebeca too quickly. So now Quebeca's going to head over to serve. So Squarick, the Jensens, Nick and Ryan, and Abrams will be the defense. White, Dulong, Kask, Brunch, and Baker. Brunch up high, Kask, now Dulong gets it back to Kask. Kask, nice feed to Dulong. Has a bit of a swing. Brunch cutting in, nice save by Humphrey. Dulong, back up high, Kask gets it to Dulong. White. White feeds it across, Baker. Pulls this one back out. Baker now to the center point, lets an elevator shot go. It bounced off the post. Eric Kask, can he get the feet across? No, puts it off of the bar. Another one off of the post. That one might have gone off of the backside of the bar, but I think they were trying to see if Connor White was in the crease when it happened, because White fell over on the near side, and the officials having a quick discussion about it. I think that's why they were going to wave that one off. So the officials having a quick chat about it. As Brandon Humphrey and Connor White having a quick discussion. So that one will head into the officials' timeout. I believe it's going to be waved off. So they said that Connor White had stepped in. He actually fell into the crease on the near side. And so they waved that one off. And now we get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So Connor White, I'm not sure if he was coming over already or if he's going to serve the unsportsmanlike. Anyways, our officials timeout, halfway gone with the fourth. And it just continues to get hotter in here. Coaching staff of the Grizzlies a little less than enthused right now. Their team down big by 9. And then again, the piece they were concerned about was that last play, an absolute blistering shot. It looked like it went off of the low bar in the back of the net and came out. But Connor White ended up crossing the line, stepping into the crease. So it was waved off. So now we get some 4-on-4 for a minute 23. Shots sitting at 8-6, so 55-37. 6:47, 4-on-4 lacrosse here. And the too many men penalty was being served by the Blackfish. Nice feed. Oh, Gillis had that pop out of the stick as Bremner got it in his. And then he will play pass with Brandon Humphrey. Humphrey doesn't return the favor, gives it to his defense instead. Now Shinato will bring it across the line. 22 seconds on the shot clock. Lots of time for the Fish to work with here. Mills. Fake ball play. He'll keep it himself. Dropped it. Bounced it off of the floor. Now Mills across. McIntyre. More room for him to possibly get a back in here. Sees the man. Loads. Fires. Bremner redirects it. As Mills able to scoop it up and let it fly. Loose ball. Going to be worked away as Bremner dove to try and take that out of the way. And I believe we're going to get a delay of game call now, as the play was going to be called in for the Grizzlies due to the shot clock expiring. But the Blackfish, with their efforts after the whistle, they get a delay of game on Brian Gillis. So now it's 4-on-3 for 29 seconds, and then we'll go back to 4-on-4 for just over 40. So 4-on-3 as they'll send Joseph, Dulong, Brunch, and Kask. Brunch near side sees Joseph. Doesn't go to him yet. Now he does. Can't pull the trigger on the back gate. Dulong over. Kask feeds it. Joseph had it pop out of the stick on the cradle. Shinato takes the man down. As Dulong pulls it. Kask into Joseph. Pounds it off the crossbar. 5:33. The Blackfish come away with this one. So now it's back to 4-on-4 for 34 seconds. They'll scoop this one. As Connor White again still serving for the unsportsmanlike. Around the screen, cutting in, Ethan Umlaut scores! Ethan Umlaut waits out Bremner, able to get him to drop down onto the knees and put that one upstairs. Gets it in the 4-on-4 lacrosse. Great effort for Ethan Umlaut. 18 seconds left to go on the penalty to Connor White, and then 1:12 left to go on Brian Gillis's delay of game. As Barnes and Bell so I believe they're going to have to do it again. As the officials saying there was an issue with the face-off draw here, they'll do it again, but Barnes and Bell going to lock horns once again. We saw this earlier, now we're going to see it again. Barnes lets up, scoops it free, loose ball. Bell able to sweep it to Garrett Lewis. Lewis waits, feeds it over. You can hear Brandon Humphrey calling out the orders to the defense in front of him, just letting them know where things are developing. The mastermind back in the crease. Kask and White go back and forth. Kask loads, passes, Moffitt. Back up high, center point, White swings. That one takes a hop up into the booth here. Look out. And then it bounces back out onto the floor. So Moffitt will get it in the near side corner. Connor White to Moffitt once again. Thomas Moffitt, Connor White, Drew Kask will get it. Kask sees an opening, spikes a one-hopper off of the floor. No deflection. So this one, Nick Jensen going to come away with it. Jensen a little bit perturbed at Drew Kask poking at the ball. 18 seconds left to go on the penalty kill here for the Blackfish. They'll send Aiden Murphy in behind the goal, but McIntyre will hold right now on the righty point side. Bounce pass across. Curls around. Feeds it. Nice cutting move. Bremner gets the better of it. Nice cut play, though, by Murphy. Under 4 to go now here in the fourth. 3:50 left to go here, as they'll whip that one across the zone. And Remo Shinato taken down by a hit in the center, very slow to get up. The officials going to get the Grizzlies on a cross-check there. 19-9. The score right now. So Nash Moog will go away, and this will eat up a little more time here. 3:41 left to go in the final 15. Aiden Murphy going to hold it in the right goal line side, gets it back at the McIntyre. They'll work it around up high in the zone. Blackfish missed the pass there as Roberts will pick it up off of the wall. Roberts fakes the behind the back pass, now makes one to McIntyre. McIntyre through traffic, powers it, but Bremner turns it away. Now Lewis, hard charging the other way. As Lewis cuts to the middle to get around Quebeca, muscles him out of the way as they'll get it across here to Will Carrier. Now Dulong, minute 24 left to go on the power play here for the Blackfish. Kyle Brunch thought about splitting the gap towards the middle, pulled it around to the outside instead. In and out of the stick as Dulong unable to handle the pass. Now Barnes challenging on Moffat. Peels around to the outside. Has Roberts with him there, and he'll leave him with the ball. Minute left on the penalty to Nash Moog. Shinato moving around on the bench, so he looks like he's doing okay. Saying that ball was tipped. 19-9, your score here. McIntyre, nice little behind the back chip feed. Another one, unable to get it through, and then, oh, the errant goaltender stick might have caught the player up high there as Bremner tried to spin around. Up and okay, though, is the Blackfish member. Jensen and Squarek. Kask, Baker calling for it on the far side. Now Kask lets a quick one go. Loose ball picked up by Baker. Baker swims through, now spins. Tomek Gottfriedson and Liam McIntosh guarding him. Gottfriedson and McIntosh collapse on him on the wall. And then he'll push him down, steps into the crease though, as he tried to get his footing back underneath him. McIntosh up high. Nick Jensen with under 2 to go. And again, just cruise control here now for the Blackfish. Feeds it across, now back up to Murphy. Down low on the right side, fakes the pass across. Gillis setting up in his favorite spot. Now Moog coming out of the box, he'll go right back into the fray. Lets it go across to the other side, hit a body on the way through. Loose ball sent forward. Here they come down the other way. Nash Moog in transition, he'll score! Nash Moog out of the penalty box and onto the score sheet as he goes down the other way. 19-10. Face-off coming here. 1:27 left to go. It's Remo Shinato in a conversation with the Grizzlies bench right now. Oh, and then here comes some sucker punches from Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly absolutely unloads on Shinato. Doesn't even challenge him, just drops the stick and starts throwing gloved punches. Again, Shinato's back was turned to the broadcast booth, so I couldn't see the motion that he made towards the bench. But whatever Shinato said, Kelly came absolutely unglued. .124 left to go in this one. And I think Kelly is just straight up gone from this game. McCormick's going to head over to serve the penalty. It'll be interesting to see what it actually is listed as. 7 minutes put up on the board. So the Blackfish will finish the duration of this one on the power play. I think Rod Jensen telling his team just to eat it, just to kill the time. There's no need for much more in this one. The statement has been made. The Blackfish get their revenge. They lost 29-12 back in November. And now in this game, they win 19-10. What a way to come back against the team that had your number in your last time out. The Grizzlies, they're going to keep going. They're going to look to try and get something here, play into the final whistle. Brunch In on Hammond, cutting towards the center. Brunch pulls it back out. Nice pass to Joseph. Joseph gets it back to Brunch. Brunch pulls it through, cutting in, dumping. Tried the dump play over top of Murphy. Murphy, the defender. Humphrey, the goaltender, as they're both able to work together to shut that one down. Again, 20 seconds left in this one. As Rod Jensen just telling him to eat it. Nick Jensen will hold it in his stick right around the half line. As time winds down, this one will come to a conclusion with a score of 19-10. The Blackfish and the Grizzlies. 2 times they've faced each other, and 2 times the score goes lopsided. Back in November, it was 29-12 for the Grizzlies. Today, it stands at 19-10 for the Blackfish. So 1-1 in the season series, but despite the lopsided ending in the score sheet, this one was exciting, front to back. The physicality, the goal scoring, the transition, the defense. There was a little bit of everything in this one. Bremner comes in, makes some big saves in relief of Braden Wandler, and Brandon Humphrey spends the entire game in the cage for the Blackfish, as he'll have a 30-save performance and 40 saves between the 2 goaltenders, Bremner and Wandler on the other side. Final shots, 59 for the Blackfish, 40 for the Grizzlies. As the 4th quarter scoring summary, Laszlo Henning and then Sakani Baker got his 2. A 3-goal run by the Fish, Gillis, Murphy, and Imlat. And then the last goal of the game, Nash Moog at 1:27 left to go. And then that caused the conversation between Shinato and the bench that resulted in Josh Kelly's ejection. So your 3 stars brought to you by Stampede Tack and Wear. Your 3rd star in this one, number 19, Drew Kask from the Grizzlies. Your 2nd star from the Blackfish, number 26, Brian Gillis. And your 1st star for the Blackfish, number 9, with at least an 8-point game, Connor Watson. Watson stuffed the stat sheet and was a big reason why his team was able to come away with the big response here at the Fieldhouse. Coming up a little bit later this afternoon, the Eagles and the Sea Spray, 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. It'll be the battle of number 1 and number 2 in the league as the Eagles look to improve on their early season standout record. And the Sea Spray looking to get a little bit more offense underneath them against a tough Eagles side. Over in the ALL East, the Bears taking down the Outlaws 17-11 the final score. And the Steelhawks downing the Snipers 13-10. So that'll do it for the broadcast this afternoon for this one. Still one more game left to go coming up at 4 o'clock. But thank you very much for sharing in this contest with us. Ian Wilson with a call on behalf of our wonderful broadcast crew here at the LEC. Patrick and Emily on the cameras. Jordan and Carson in the back manning the stream. And Fred Rannard on the in-arena PA as always. However you are doing so, enjoy the rest of your day. If you're going to watch more ALL, then that is fantastic too. As always, do me a favor, be the best version of yourself. Good afternoon, good evening, and good luck. And we'll talk to you again very, very soon.